All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. We back in the building. Welcome back to another WMMA mashup. It's round 22. Where's that? Let me see. Where's that no filter MMA at? Let me see where he's at. Going. All right, go ahead and drop him the link. Oh yeah, he's got the link. We just waiting for him to come on through because we got a lot to talk about. Ooh, man. Just getting this thing set up here. Make sure that link went through. All right. So yeah, we just back in the building, man. Just shaking off the rust, of course. It was a good couple of weeks off. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Hope everybody's Christmas was merry. What's going on, Marcus Bell? Back in the building, man. Feels like it's been a while. It's been about what, 2 weeks? I think it's been about 2 weeks. At first, I was like, I was gonna do some videos or get on live last week, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna just keep going. I said I need some time off just to chill out, and yeah, it was a much needed little break, not just from here, but just in general, So I said, let me take some time off, then I'll come back refreshed and ready to go. So yeah, we back, we ready. Well, I'm ready. I'm just waiting on my man here to get in the building before we kick this thing off. And let me make sure he good to go. Oh, there he goes. All right, there he goes. Okay, there we go. There he is. Uh-oh, where he at?
What's up, man? I'm here. What's going on?
All right, you a little staticky, bro. What's going on?
Well, how does it sound now?
Okay, that's good. That's good. Whatever you're doing, that's good.
Okay. Yes, sir. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? We back. Round 22.
We made
Round
it,
22. Yeah.
sir. If my audio starts to act crazy, just let me know.
Okay. It's good right now.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah,
A
man. We
little under
back,
the
man.
weather, man. I guess being around all those people for Christmas time, man. Somebody gave me a bug. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to make it through. Drinking some
Oh.
hot lemon ginger green tea.
Mm.
Natural antibiotics and stuff. So just getting full of that stuff.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just starting to kick in? You just feeling the symptoms right now?
The first time I really started, I noticed a little cough yesterday,
Hmm.
and I was like, oh, and then it just because we did our Christmas on Christmas Eve, so
Right.
by the time Christmas Day yesterday, I was like, oh, I feel a little twinge or something, and today it kind of hit me hard, but I'm here.
Hey, hey, we glad you could make it, man. We glad you can make
Hmm.
it.
Yes,
But shoot,
sir.
it's kind of off a little bit today, man. We used to doing this on a Tuesday, but I said, hey,
Yeah.
we had to push it back, man. We had a lot going on, man. Anyways, man, I
Yes,
was like
sir.
just taking some time off, anyways, from the channel. It just it
Yes.
wasn't even something planned. They just kept on pushing out and out. And I was like, you know what? We got Christmas going on and just other stuff going on. So I was like,
Yes.
hey, I'll come back when I'm ready.
Yes. Yes, sir. That's exactly right.
But yeah, man. I mean, really, we got a lot to just kind of run back, and talk
Hmm.
about when it comes to 2025 because overall, I mean, 2026 is looking. I think it's gonna kick off pretty strong. I think it's gonna kick off pretty strong, but 2025 to me, in my opinion, left off a pretty good mark. Like overall, man, like what did you think about just WMMA for the year 2025 in your opinion?
Well, we've been saying all year, Combo. Every time, I mean, if you go back and listen to all of the matchup episodes, man. I mean, the majority of the matchups for this year, what I'm saying, they all start off with 2025 is delivering for women's MMA. I remember myself saying it a lot of times. Um, I mean, you had finishes, you had, they stick in these female fights on the early prelims and on the prelims, in first fights of the night, you know what I'm saying? And, these girls are delivering in these early cards, you know what I'm saying? Where people are taking bathroom breaks, and people are not paying attention to the prelims and the early prelims. These WMMA fighters, they took full advantage of being on these early prelims and stuff like that. And we had a lot of finishes, a lot of starting off these cards in 2025 the way they're supposed to be started off, with bangers and finishes and submissions and knockouts and all kind of stuff. Even some of the decisions like that. Even as I can't off the top of my head, but even a lot of those decisions were good. So it wasn't just the knockouts and the submissions. It was a lot of good fights, period, coming from the early parts of these cards.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like, because we basically been doing this show almost the majority of the year. We started off in
Right,
March, so we were just like just
right.
two months shy of a full year. So we
Yep,
kind of been, just going back and forth and just overall looking at the fights as a whole. Coming on here
right,
and just talking about these cards as a whole and looking at them, and like
right.
just about every single card was delivering. You know,
hmm
uh, like you said, it wasn't just the knockouts or like the finishes. You had a lot of good decisions. Like you had a lot of wars. You had a lot of girls going back and
Yes.
forth and just putting on those shows. Like they were opening the cards right too, because they putting a lot of
hmm
women on the early prelims or prelims. So as soon as them cards kick off, them girls was letting go. They was not shy of letting them hands go. So I
Right.
think overall we had some pretty good like unranked fights and even like prospect type
Yep.
of fights. It wasn't just like the championship fights. We had girls, just getting signed to the UFC coming in trying to take somebody's head off,
Right.
and
Right.
yeah, you had that level. And then of course, like a lot of the matchups we had too that we were looking for. Like, I mean, I got 2 out of 3 of the matches I want, which we're gonna talk about in a minute, but like you already know what I'm talking about. We got 2 out of
Yes,
3 of
sir.
them, man. But overall, like
Yes, sir.
everybody pretty much got what they wanted. I mean, they wanted the Whaley and Valentina fight. They got
Yep.
that fight. All the Kayla fans got Kayla over here now, and she's got the belt, which I pretty much knew that when she got here, it was just a matter of time before she beat somebody and got that strap.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, overall, like I thought the year was pretty solid. Just going all the way back. It started off a little slower, but I mean, when we got into like March and April, them fights was them fights was delivering. They were all delivering, in my opinion. Um, since you were talking about like the fights that were like back and forth that didn't even like end in the finish, that was just like paying off. Let's kind of kick it off there, man. Like some of the best fights you remember of 2025. Like, what were some of the fights, or what was one of the fights that you remember right now that was just like a low key banger? Oh, you still there?
Uh,
Think think audio's acting up.
yeah, I'm here, but my stream acting up.
Oh, okay.
1 second. One
Okay.
second.
He's just fixing that stream, y'all. Hang on 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, try that one out. I'm gonna remove this one. And okay. Let's see how that one work. Yeah, sometimes StreamYard be doing that.
What was her name, Combo?
Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, just off the top of my head, one of those decisions that stick out was who was that? That Alex Ardillion versus Rayan Dos Santos. Is that who it was?
Yeah, man. I knew you was gonna mention that, man.
Yeah, dude, that fight right there, man. Oh my God, what a
Oh
banger!
man, I knew you was gonna bring that fight up. I was like, I know
What
he's
a,
gonna bring that.
but
What up,
what
man?
a banger, man! Like that fight was a banger. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like watching those kind of fights.
yeah. That fight, it was wild, man. Like, and that's what I was kind of like hitting at. Like when you're talking about the girls that just come in and want to let loose, like she
Right.
was coming in there firing off. And I think a lot of people thought Dos Santos was gonna win. I kind of thought she was too. But that girl De Leon, man, she was like a little, just pit bull in there letting loose, man. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the ones I remember. She had another one this year too, right?
Alex or DeLeon.
What'd you say?
You talking about Sosa or
Oh, I couldn't hear you breaking up. Oh, having some technical difficulties tonight. Mm-mm-mm. Just waiting for him to come back. Oh man. Let me see. Yeah, that was Alice Ardeleon and the
I don't know why my
Santos.
stuff tripping, bro. It's just tripping all of a sudden. But you talking about who else had another one? RD Leon or Dos Santos?
Ardeleon. She fought like twice this year, I think, right?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry. I had my volume was turned down. So who was you saying had another one?
Ardeleon.
She did, dude. Who did she fight? She had a good year in 2025.
Yeah, she did,
Who did
man.
she? I don't remember her second fight, dude. It was a lot of WMMA fights this year, dude. I don't remember her second fight.
I'll look. Hold on. Ruiz. Ruiz.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she fought
Yeah.
Ruiz. And that was another war. So yeah, that girl was going to
Yeah.
war, man. Shoot.
Yeah. She was. She was.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's just like levels of fights. Like these aren't like championship level fights, but they were just like they were just good, entertaining fights.
She came in hot this year, dude. Alice Ardeleon did.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Yeah.
did, man.
She's like an honorable mention for me.
Oh, we can't forget that Sam Hughes and Stephanie Luciano fight.
Yeah, that one too. That was another one that I was thinking about too, but it didn't end in a finish. So I was like, man, I can't put that on the list. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
should have did 5 knockouts, 5 submissions, and 5 decisions, but it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot. Five, let me see. That was I would put that on a 5 decision. I would definitely
Yeah,
put that on my 5
yeah.
decisions with Sam Hughes and Stephanie Luciano. But you know what was another low-key banger, man? I think we be forgetting about was that Lupi and Andrade fight.
Yeah, but yes, that's another one too, dude. Like that's another one. Like,
Yeah,
oh man.
because I just was I think it was last week. I was kind of going back and looking at some fights. I was going through all the cards, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can't believe I forgot that one, man!" Because that was kind of a step up for Lupi. And Lupi,
Yeah,
she was in some trouble in that fight, man. Like she was in
yes, it was.
control, but towards that end of the fight, man, she was starting to look like she was about to get put out of there, man. But she hung out, she hung through there, man.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
that was a war.
She did. She did. Another banger too. Another banger that happened that went down in 2025 was that Lupi. Lupi was in some bangers this year. What was that? That Lupi Godinez versus Julia Pilastri. I gotta
Yeah,
remember that one too. That was
yeah,
a banger. Like Lupi be coming out on the right side of some of these brawls though.
yeah. She
Uh,
does. Like she's I don't really see her like adapting in fights sometimes. She just fights off that heart sometimes, like
mhm,
she'll go in
mhm.
there and just like dig deep and start going to war. And her in
Yep.
that Palostri fight, that was another crazy one, man. So I was like, wow, this girl right here and
It was.
Palostri.
See, that's what worries me about 5 round Loopy because these girls be coming back on Loopy in round 3. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
Loopy she be taking rounds 1 and 2 from these girls, and then these girls figure Loopy out and they start gaining traction on Loopy in round 3. but it'd be
Yeah.
3-round fight. So Loopy done bagged the first 2 rounds. So, if Loopy gets to the top, you know what I'm saying, a 5-round fight, I'm gonna be rounds 4 and 5. I'm trying to see something.
Yeah, because honestly, I think if that Andrade fight was a 5-round fight, I think Loopy might have got stopped.
You think so?
I think she might have got finished in like the 4th or 5th. Maybe. I'm just saying, like, that I didn't like how she looked in that 3rd round. She looked like she was really out on her feet, and like Andrade was getting pieced up, but Andrade was never really hurt in that fight. You
Do
know,
you think the same goes for Macy versus Grasso in that first fight?
No, I don't think so in that one. I think Grasso was still alive in that fight. I think the thing that was bothering Alexa was her ACL. She tore it in that fight.
Okay.
She tore it like I think in like the mid part of the 3rd round. So I
Okay.
think that was just what kind of put her in a bad situation. But Loopy, she was like, there was a couple times Loopy ate some Andrade right hands and she was dancing a little bit. So she was dancing, man.
Oh no. Don't say that,
Yeah.
dog. Don't say that, dog.
Yeah, so Ardeleon and Ruiz, yeah, that was a good one too, man. That was a war. What else was there? Was there any other ones you could think of?
Off the top of my head, no, I can't think of any.
Mhm.
Because I mean, my MMA history off the top of my head is not as good as yours and some other people I know. But off the top of my head, let me think. That Norma Dumont Ketlin Vieira was good. That was a kind of a good fight,
Yeah,
but
it
it
had good
wasn't.
moments. It had
It
good
had good
moments.
moments in it. Yeah.
I think
Mm.
she just kind of like ticked me off a little bit because Norma was kind of in like, I don't know, she was kind of in relaxed mode in that fight.
Yeah, I think Norma needs to step on the gas a little bit in these fights, man, and step it up a little bit because Norma be fighting. Norma be being lazy in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it was a good fight. Yana Santos and Macy Chason was a good fight.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yep. Santos and Shayson. Yep, that was a good one. That was a good 3-round fight. But to me, it felt kind of one side. That was more like a outclass, and like Yana just like outclassed her.
Yeah. It was like almost like a step out of like Yana's comfort zone. You know, as of lately, you know, she's really been stepping it up, and to me, I thought that was a good performance from her. You know, that 3rd round, you know, she almost got submitted, right?
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
close.
but she fought through it. So I was like, okay, yeah, that was a good showing from her. You know,
Yeah,
so
it was. It was.
Yana's been putting herself in a different light for me lately, man. You know, I like when a fighter can rebound and just kind of change things around, and she's been doing that.
Well, I like the fact that one thing that I noticed that Yana's doing is she's fighting her fight now instead of trying to come in here and fight these other girls' fight. You know what I'm saying? Trying to bang in the pocket with Irene Aldana, and said she was giving away fights. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fight angry in there with Ketlin Vieira, like Ketlin Vieira. You know what I'm saying? Like stop doing it. That's not Yana Santos. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yana Santos is a Russian kickboxing point fighter. Like be that. Stop trying to be something that you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're a point fighter with a good clinch game and good wrestling. Like let's be that fighter. Stop trying to fight angry in the pocket with these girls. You ain't got that kind of power. But then again, she dropped Chelsea Chandler with just a straight right hand. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. So maybe Yana, like I said, maybe Yana turning the corner on us here.
I hope so, man, because I think, the Yana we seen before just kind of put us on a level with her already and just said, all right, you know what, this is where she's going to be. But now she's kind of put herself in that new mix, with the new bantamweights.
Right.
Because,
Yes. Yeah.
I was really not wanting to include her with the girls that I think are done, like Irene Aldana, even Pena at this point is kind of questionable, all the old girls, Misha Tate
Yeah.
and so on. But when Yana beat Misha, then she beats Macy Chason, I'm like, okay, now she calling out Pena because she want that spot. I'm like, okay, I think we seeing
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah.
But
for
you know, you
sure.
low key, that's somebody you need to go ahead and get an interview with, man. Because
Yeah,
you know,
I'm telling you, I'm working hard on that one.
yeah, Yana
I'm
need to go
trying
ahead
to
and
get it.
stop playing.
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna have to do like a double interview with her and Tiago, because Tiago, I feel like
Yeah.
Tiago, I feel like he don't be letting Yana talk like that,
Uh, uh.
you know, especially with another, a man is asking Yana to do interviews. I think Tiago be like, no, I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. No, no.
He gonna text you all the questions he wants you to ask.
Right, right, and I ain't gonna ask not one of them.
Exactly. Oh man, real quick, Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. Marcus Bell
Yeah,
and
man.
Two Beats. I see Two Beats been here running Rainy, and then Two BC had said a few things here. I just want to come back here. He said, "Oh yeah." He said he hoping Psycho Palastri go on a nice run in 2026.
I do too, man. I do too, because
Yeah,
she's like I said, she got that entertaining style, like we was talking about with Crispy. That
yeah,
entertaining style. That must see TV type stuff.
right. And don't hey, I'm gonna get around to doing that must see TV video, man. We gotta talk
Okay.
about some of these fighters.
Yeah.
I know you gotta do your top 5 or top 10, and I'm gonna do mine because there's a few of them. I mean, Crispy, she knows she at the top of the list now. We
Yeah.
already said that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, oh yeah, to be
And
said
we're not
best.
saying that just because we interviewed her.
No,
We're
we were
not
saying that
saying
before that.
no. Exactly. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, we were saying that before that. To be said best dancers of 2025.
Oh, we got a whole list for that, and it ain't very many on that list, but we know who at the top.
Oh, we know who at the top. Soft Yeah. Okay. Best fights though. Yeah. I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna go out and say this. I know people gonna disagree. I think for me, one of the best championship fights to me was that Shevchenko and Fiorot fight.
Yes.
I can
Yes.
say that because look, as a fan of Manon that was picking her, and even though she lost the fight, I can say for Valentina, to me, I had to see Valentina dig deep in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like going back and looking at it and even hearing people say Manon won that fight, I'm like, I'm not sure, but Valentina looked a little uncomfortable in some spots, but she looked good in a lot of the areas where I think people thought she would have lost. For even me, like I thought Valentina did a really good job of controlling just with some of her basic skills. That's why I said when people say Valentina's old, I'm like, man, Valentina's not old. Like she's still young in her mind, man. Like she's still doing some things that these other girls can't do. And that was one of the fights where Valentina didn't really depend on some of the things that like these other girls do, where it's all about power and going in there trying to put on a war.
Valentina beat girls on the basics, bruh.
Basics.
She beat girls with the fundamentals. She ain't doing like the most flashy thing that I've seen Valentina do in the last few fights is like spinning back kicks. Like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Valentina beat Manon up in that first round with 1-2s, bro. Like you know,
almost just a one hand.
Like she wasn't even doing nothing spectacular, no spinning this, no nothing crazy. She wasn't doing none of that, man. She was just fundamentally in there beating Manon up, like, and that's just it. But yeah, but you're right. Like there were points in that fight where Manon's strength and her size did make Valentina kind of be like, okay, like now I see who Manon is as the fight. I see the fighter Manon. You know what I'm saying? There were a couple
up too. You know what I mean? Like after that first round, I was almost like, oh boy, here we go. I thought it was gonna be like somebody, the Lauren Murphy fighter, the Kagan fighter. I was like, she on her back in the first round, but she woke up in that second round on. I mean, got put down in like the third or fourth, I think maybe like second or third round, but then like she started digging deep in them last couple of rounds when she like realized she could take the power, but they just didn't have a good game plan after to really like take away Valentina's skills,
And kudos to Manon, though. Kudos to Manon for not. See, Manon did stuff that a lot of other girls who fought Valentina and got beat up in the first round didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like Chukagian got beat up in the first round. You know what I'm saying? She didn't dig deep. You know what I'm saying? And like, Lauren Murphy got beat up in the first round. She didn't change the game plan or dig deep. You know what I'm saying? And what Manon did, Manon went back. Manon was like, okay, we got to move. Like, plan A is not working. Let's go to plan B. Let's go to plan C. You know what I'm saying? And it really not really past plan B, but plan B was to close the distance and get close. And she had minimal success with it, but she had success with it. You know what I'm saying? Manon never quit on herself. Like, Manon was in that fight all the way to the end. Like, she was trying to win that fight. Like, she was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was never out of sorts. You know what I'm saying? I can't really recall. I have to go back and look, but I don't really remember Manon looking puzzled, looking like she was questioning herself, in that fight. Like, I just felt like Manon just kept trying.
Yeah, I got that vibe too, because if she would have been like a lot of girls questioning herself, she would have been just standing there and Valentina would have eventually stopped her. But there was a lot of points in that fight where Manon was just pushing through. Like, she tasted the power, she was bleeding already, but she just kept coming, and just kept trying to find a way to win. See, Ronnie Rainey said it too. Look, Ronnie Rainey said, I watched that fight again. I kind of think Manon won that fight, but it was a great fight. I think it could have gone either way. Like, do we got to do a round by round? Do I got to do a round by round?
I think, Combo, I think we have to, because there's so many people like on opposite sides of that fight. 2B said that, based on how he analyzes fights, Manon won that fight. A lot of people, more people say Valentina won. I thought Valentina won. I just think of sheer damage, just if you just put sheer damage alone, you know what I'm saying? The way Valentina broke her nose in that first round, and then dropped her, and then just kind of touched her throughout the entire fight. In those in between moments, that just kind of accumulated over the time of the fight. You know what I'm saying? And Manon didn't really do much to really like deter Valentina. Versus Valentina did a lot to deter Manon, big ass. You know what I'm saying? But Manon didn't really make any kind of a statement again. Like if you go that whole fight, if you look at that fight as a whole, you know what I'm saying? What can you take away without the fight being fresh in your brain? What can you really say Manon did to Valentina? The only thing I can say is she took her down. Like, that's the biggest thing that I can say, like, that Manon did to Valentina in that fight. Versus if you ask me the opposite question, like, what did Valentina do to Manon? Then you got a list of things. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we do need to do a round by round, just to kind of refresh it in our minds.
Okay, yeah. Let's plan on that one day, because I know, like 2B, he said something about ground control time, but this is where I always like kind of go back and forth with people that favor top control of grappling over striking. This is what I'm saying, like, and it's not because I'm a striking fan, it's because I think striking does leave a bigger impression, especially when you land better shots. Because I think Manon looked way better than Grasso in as far as the ground game. I think like she looked to have more of her wits about her on the ground, and she was willing to engage with Valentina as far as getting the fight down to the ground. Whereas Grasso, she seemed lost in the first three fights, or all three fights at times when she was put on the ground. But Grasso, her connection, her striking was very effective, and it made Valentina think. You know what I mean? That's why I say like striking is still a big part of a fight, where you have to like get Valentina's respect, and you got to touch her chin a few times, because this was a fight where I don't think Manon really touched that chin on Valentina. Like when you touch Valentina's chin, she gets mad. She comes after you. You know, she starts to come after you, or she starts to kind of rethink. Because I know when she got cut in that first round or the first fight, I won't say they were panicking, but it was like something you ain't seen happen to Valentina when Grasso caught her a couple of times. So I still think that, making sure your striking game, your stand-up game's on point will get you a fight, because ground control time is one thing, but everybody's going to remember like that bleeding nose, and, you getting busted up at times, right?
Yeah. And as a grappling person, as a person who's looking for that grappling and who favors the grappling, you know what I'm saying? I still don't think that what Manon did was enough to really, I don't think it was enough, man. It wasn't enough, because she couldn't even really And she could hold. She did nothing offensively on the ground.
Right. And
Yeah.
for me, as somebody that was picking her, because I thought she was going to for sure beat Valentina, I can't lie, even to her as a fighter, like if I was an interview, I can't lie to her and say, I'm gonna watch it again now. I'm gonna watch it again, but I can't lie and just say, oh, she walked away the winner of that fight.
Right.
Some wouldn't sit right with me and just say, she made a big statement and took Valentina's belt. Because we seen Valentina come up short in other fights and get done wrong. And I was like, oh man, yeah, she won that. But this is one where I think she really did take it old school and just use basics to beat her opponent.
Yeah. Yep.
To be said, we're gonna have to make him get a second phone for these round by rounds. Hey man,
Hey,
get your
welcome
phone.
to our club, bro.
Exactly. Get your second phone, set up your set up your live stream to set your phone, man.
Hey, welcome to our life, bro.
Exactly. Man, you should see me on the days where I gotta work, man. I'll be like having two phones. I'll be, oh snap, let me get the phone, let me get this set up here.
Facts.
But if you could pick one championship fight, BJ, what would you say is the best championship fight of 2025?
I'm gonna have to pick the same fight combo. I'm gonna have to go with the same fight, because that's the fight that I think.
Okay.
I think that fight that I was most excited about. You know what I'm saying? Like I was excited about the Dern Janjarova fight, but we had seen that before. I was kind of happy for. I was excited for the Pena Harrison fight just to see if Pena could defy the odds and beat her. You know what I'm saying? But that fight ended fast. You know what I'm saying? That fight ended fast. The Vina Janjarova Mackenzie Dern fight, it kind of went the way that I expected it. You know what I'm saying? But this fight right here, though, saying that that Valentina Manon fight, that was one of those ooh kind of moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they get ready to fight. Like, you had somebody
it was good to see somebody new in front of Valentina, right?
Yes, yeah, like you knew that for one, covering the sport, you know what I'm saying? Like Manon Fiorot had earned her shot. Like she had earned her shot. She was like a bona fide contender. You know what I'm saying? So, it was like, I was excited to see Valentina. People couldn't say, oh, this person skipped over this person or this person shouldn't be fighting Valentina. No, Manon was after beating Erin Blanchfield, she was the one. And I'm like, yo, like can Valentina overcome, this new wave of flyweights that's coming in? Like, these big, physically strong flyweights who are well-rounded, these well-rounded flyweights coming in. She's not fighting one-dimensional fighters like she did in the past. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what she can do. And man, I think I was most jittery for that fight.
Okay. Yeah. I was, man. That was one too. I was on the edge of my seat for that one. So yeah. I definitely think that was the better championship fight. Even it turned out to be a better fight than the I would say like better as far as on both sides, better than the Shevchenko and Wei Li fight. Because
it was
that was more just, the weight of Wei Li being a star, but
right.
I think Manon's effort made her fight better because, Wei Li, we was hoping she would have a chance, but she ain't had no chance. She ain't have no chance. Like,
bro, I knew that after like the first round, bro.
What'd you say?
I could tell after the first round that this wasn't going. Like, this is gonna be a long night because Lee had zero success in anything that she tried to do. Zero.
Oh, yeah.
Zero.
I had just got done eating that night too. I was watching it and I was like, oh man, I might fall asleep, but still, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Running Reedy said her favorite fight was the Wei Li Suarez fight. Dang, that was more of a beatdown though, man. I don't know if I caught it.
After oh man.
Oh, what'd you say? You were kind of breaking up.
I said I said after a couple rounds, it was like, oh man.
Okay, let's talk beatdowns of the year. I think that would be a beatdown of the year for me. And I'm not trying to
Oh,
be
beat
funny. I'm
down.
just saying it honestly was like, and that's coming from a Suarez fan again, and somebody who picked Suarez.
Yeah.
I thought that fight was like, ooh, it was stomach turning, man. Like she was taking some big shots from Wei Lee was fierce in that fight, man.
Yeah. You know who else was kind of a beat down too?
Who?
I hate to say it, man, but Verna
I,
got beat up by Suarez.
by Dern.
Yeah, she got beat up by Suarez, bro.
Who, Verna?
Yeah, Verna
got beat up by Dern, you mean?
I mean, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, she got beat up by Dern. I'm sorry, man. My brain is foggy. I told you I'm sick, bro. But yeah, she got beat up by Dern, bro.
Yeah. She took a lot of unnecessary shots in that fight. I thought the fight was close, but she took a lot of unnecessary shots in that fight. Like, yeah, Verna, I don't know what Verna was thinking, man. Like, she fought to a low level in that fight.
Yeah, she did, bro. And I hated that, you know what I'm saying? Because I was looking for like both of them to really like step up and for us to be able to tell that they stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to see both of them win or lose. I wanted to see them both make a case for being champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when coming away from that fight, I wanted to say, man, if either one of them won that fight, they would have, you know, I would have been happy about it. But Verna, man, she didn't level up, man. It just felt like she didn't really level up that well. You know, that much. Dern came in there to win.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got from that whole fight. I thought Dern came to win, and Verna, she just came in the same level like she was fighting a regular opponent. You can't do that in no championship fight.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, beatdown. I'm serious, man. Suarez, Wei Lee, that was. But you know what the other beatdown? You know what the other beatdown was, right?
Let me think for a second.
I'll get it to you in 5 seconds if you don't know it. So it's all good.
Okay, go ahead. Who is it?
Silva and Grasso.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That might be the number one beatdown of 2025.
Yeah, that was a consistent beating after over 3 rounds, like 30-27 all the way
across.
All the way across. Grasso had nothing for him, man. And that was the sad part. Like, I wanted to see that fight, but then I was like, do I really want to see that fight? Because I just didn't think Grasso was going to have like a well-rounded game, like as far as, you know, stopping the volume or, you know, closing the distance. And I hate being right in fights like that one, man, because that one just cost Grasso a lot of stock too, man. Like she lost a lot of stock after that because she didn't have nothing except her boxing. And, you know, Natalia Silva's a good mix of everything when it comes to Taekwondo and stand-up games. So, man, like there was a few of them head kicks too where I was like, man, how is Grasso still standing? You know, so that to me was just like all around beating of the year, man.
I think Grasso's plan was to be active in 2025, but her body is not really like allowing her to be active. I'm starting to think, you know, I hate for these thoughts to keep up in my head because I believe that when a fighter takes a fight, I feel like that fighter knows if they're ready or not. Mm-hmm. And I kind of feel like Grasso may not have been ready to come back quite yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, we always talk about like the mental side of having to face Valentina 3 times in a row. And I think Grasso maybe just wasn't like that. She hadn't cleared that completely out of her brain because for me, I feel like I seen like a mental decline from Alexa Grasso from when she going into the first fight with Valentina versus going into the third fight with Valentina. I,
Definitely.
I just felt like there wasn't like she just wasn't as confident in herself. She just wasn't as ready to go. And then she had some injuries afterwards, and then trying to get herself back on that horse. I feel like maybe she should have taken the rest of it. She should have taken all of 2025 off. I mean, because look,
Yeah.
she tried to come back and fight again, and she had to pull out of the fight. So I think that she just wasn't her body, and maybe her body was ready, but her mind wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think Grasso should have
Or
never taken that fight.
yeah, I think, her heart probably wanted her to fight, because that's one of the reasons she was still standing in that silver fight is her heart to me. She's got a tough heart. Like she'll go in there and fight, and she was in there for all of the Valentina fight. So I think, her heart was getting ahead of her actual body, and she just wasn't ready for it. And that's the thing between the difference between Valentina and Grasso. Like I might have to talk about this in a video because Macy Barber was talking about Valentina being on a decline, and I'm like, not really, because Valentina lost the Grasso fight, but every fight after that, you saw her coming back and still fighting to a high level. Whereas you would see Grasso kind of fall a little bit in each performance, all the way to the third fight where Valentina was getting better because Valentina, like, she lost by making a stupid mistake. That's it. It was just a bad mistake she made in the first
Yeah.
fight, and it didn't take away from her skill set, and she knew that. Like she just kept going until she got the belt back. But Grasso, I think I see a little bit of draining from. I see her getting drained in each fight. I saw her getting drained in each fight.
Yeah.
But that
I
silver
think
fight, oof.
I think the story would have been different for Grasso if she didn't have to. I think Grasso may have still been champ if she didn't have to fight. If she didn't have to fight Shevchenko 3 times, I think that was just
Probably.
if she had won that second fight, maybe she could have got out and been okay. You know what I'm saying? But having to do that 3 times in a row and prepare for somebody she really only prepared to fight Valentina 1 time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she was wanting to win that belt and keep it moving, and it just didn't happen like that, and it turned into a trilogy. And I hate that. They won 1-1 now. I hate that. But, maybe if, like I said, if Grasso if she had fought Valentina and then moved on to Manon right away, and then beat Manon maybe or whatever, and then fought like Natalia, maybe she could have beaten Natalia. But I mean, and that goes for any of those girls. If any of those girls get locked into a trilogy with somebody like Valentina, you know what I'm saying? Like Valentina is the type of fighter that she gonna take a piece of you. Like that's the thing about Joanna, Amanda Nunes, and Valentina Shevchenko. As champions, when you fight those girls, they take a piece of you with them. Period. When you fight them girls, period, they take a piece of you home. They got 4 Frankenstein bodies at home. You know what I'm saying? Like pieces, they took a piece of this fighter, a piece of that fighter, a piece of this fighter. They taking pieces of you home.
Yeah.
So
I don't care like how many people always bring up Amanda losing to Kat Zingano. Like Amanda took something home in that fight though. Like she might have lost, but she did take something from Kat Zingano.
She took a piece of Cat home that night.
Big piece.
She took a piece of Pena home that night.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
It's just that's just the type of fighters that they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Kayla Harrison beat Pena, but I don't think Kayla took a piece of Pena home that night. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different.
And
you know what I'm saying? Like
Joanna losing to Wei Lee that first fight, I think Wei Lee lost a little something in that fight too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh yeah. G Frank said Kayla versus Pena was like beat down of the year contender.
Was it really a beatdown though?
I think it was just overmatched.
Yeah, it was just a submission. Like Pena wasn't beat up in that fight.
Pena had to quit after that. Was it a Kimura or was it a crank? I can't remember.
It was a Kimura, yeah. Like she wasn't. She had to tap to that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's you're looking at a featherweight versus really a flyweight. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not making excuses for Juliana Pena, but I mean, overmatched is overmatched as far as size.
Right,
You know,
and it
it's just
wasn't like you said, it wasn't this beating that just happened over the course of so many rounds, like, because
right,
Pena wasn't able to withstand just that size. I mean, whenever Kayla was on top of her, you couldn't even see Pena up under her anymore,
right,
you know?
exactly. You know, you got a
Okay.
featherweight versus a flyweight. It wasn't, to me. That's like, you know, that's not. It's not a fair fight to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
But the fan in me is gonna ride with Juliana Pena. But it's like, you know, the realist in me is like, man, like Pena not gonna be able to beat that girl, man. You know, it's just based on
no.
sheer size. There's some big girls that Pena can hang with, like Nunes. You know what I'm saying? Like some of those other girls, but you know what I'm saying? When it comes to somebody like Kayla Harrison, there's levels to the size in that division. You got you got your smaller girls, and then you got your bigger girls, and then you got Kayla
Mhm.
Harrison.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, right. Kayla is that big girl that fights like a big girl, you know?
right.
She ain't big for nothing.
Right.
Um, official, what's up? He said beat down of the year gotta be Val versus Wei Lee. Um, I w I'll say the thing about that fight, it really wasn't like a beating, it was more like a schooling, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like Wei Lee like Wei Lee was too
like
out
a
of
big.
range and too much respect where she was just like not in range to get beat up, but
Right.
she it was outclassing, man. It was just complete outclassing.
It was.
Like Silva versus Grasso, that was a beating. You know what I mean? Like the connection rate in that fight was heavy, but Val was more so just taking Wei Lee to school. Like, watch this, you can't get up. You know, putting her on her back. She like, try to
Right.
get up, try to get up. You know, Wei Lee couldn't get up,
Right.
man.
Yep. That's how I seen it too.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Let's talk some submissions, BJ. Let's
Okay.
look at some submissions for this year. I mean, I know G Rob, the next snatcher, we can't put her on the list this year, but let's look at some submissions. Who you got, man? Like, what's one of the submissions you remember from this year?
I'm saying, and these are in no particular order. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna start with one. I'm gonna start with a very satisfying submission.
Okay.
Um, and that was Sam Hughes versus Shauna Bannon.
Ah, yeah.
That was so satisfying to see Sam Hughes go out there.
I
You know,
got
because
that
Shauna
one.
Bannon, and when Shauna Bannon beat, what's her name? Pooja Tomar. Oh God. Like the way Shauna Bannon was going on and on about that, man. I'm like, come on, man, you beat Pooja Tomar. Like, you know, said you going on and on and on and on about that decision. I mean, about that win, you know, and you think you just unstoppable. And, you know, and the Sam Hughes gets in there and takes Shauna Bennett to school. And it was so satisfying to watch. You know, that was very satisfying. So that's why I got to give my honorable mention to you know, like the most satisfying submission of the year was Sam Hughes versus Shauna Bennett.
Okay. For one for me, I gotta go with LFA. You know, my girl Mac Judo, that bulldog choke.
Yeah.
I guess I think this girl name was Brader, Christina Brader, man, and it was a first round
Yeah.
bulldog choke. I mean, she was trying to pull that girl's head off, so
Yeah.
I gotta
I
put that
saw
on
that.
there. Yeah, I mean, Mac Judo eventually, you know, I think at some point get to the UFC, you know, as a strawweight.
Yeah.
She showed some good striking, kind of reminded me of Aaron in that fight. But yeah, when she got it to the ground and just put that girl on her back or on her stomach, and she, you know, just started cranking that neck, I was like, man, this girl is crazy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
That
got to
was a
put that on there.
that was a good submission. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I definitely said that too, man. Hughes and Bannon, man. That was a
Yeah.
satisfying one, man.
Yeah, it was very satisfying.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Bia Mosquito and Russian Ronda.
Alex,
That
even
was like
yes, I got that on my list too.
that
That's on
sticks
my
in my
list too.
head, man, because
As far as like submissions, yeah.
that's another one, man. Bia was trying to like squeeze that girl's head till
Bia
it
was,
popped
I'm
off.
telling you, dude, Bia was trying to pop her eyes out, bro.
She was squeezing, man. Hold on. You want to talk about that? Because I might have to find that picture for that fight. Hold on.
I just like the way Bia came in and just like the way Bia came in and just big sister her, like letting her know like you don't belong in this cage with me, you know, and
Yeah.
just went, just went right in and went after her and just dominated the fight and got the result that she wanted to get. So like, I can come in here and do what I want to do. Granted, it was against Russian Ronda. I get it. But I mean, Russian Ronda had a few experience wise. You should based off experience, we should have picked Alex Silva, She had some UFC fights before Bia Mosquito came in here. And boy, yeah, Bia tried to kill her, dude. Look at that.
And you remember the first round, she was like just beating her up too, like elbows and tearing her up. I mean, Russian Ronda didn't even look like herself anymore. I was like, who is that? Like, who's she?
Right.
Oh yeah, G. Frank said another beatdown was Fatima Klein and Angela Hill.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that one was.
Yeah, that was a beatdown.
Oh, Donovan said Jazzy rear naked choke over Andrade was a submission of the year. Okay.
That was a good one too. That was an honorable mention. I got some better ones on the list though.
Oh yeah. Oh, you go ahead. What's your next one? What you got?
Well, we already talked about Harrison versus Pena. I put that on there because the only reason I put that on there is because Kayla Harrison did what she said she was going to do. She said she's going to come in here and beat whoever they put in front of her to get the belt. So I have to give Kayla Harrison her credit for that because she did it. To Juliana Pena's, demise, I'm saying it is what it is, but I do feel like if they were closer to the same size, it could have been a different fight. Because if you look at when they was up against the cage, Pena couldn't manipulate Kayla Harrison's body at all. Like she couldn't shift her weight. She couldn't do it. She tried. And you usually see like, when you against the cage with Pena, I'm so used to seeing Pena like exploding with these body lock takedowns and stuff like that, like trips and sweeps. I'm so used to that. And she tried it multiple times against Kayla Harrison. She just could not manipulate Kayla Harrison's body weight at all. Couldn't offset her balance or nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? But that's not Kayla Harrison's fault because the UFC told Kayla Harrison in order for you to fight in the UFC, you got to make 135, and she's been making 135. So I can't argue with that. I'm giving Kayla Harrison full credit for that win. You know what I'm saying? She got that win. She made the sacrifice to get the 135 and a half, get down to 135. And it's these girls' job to beat her despite the size. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, the only thing that matters is what you stepped on that scale and you weighed. So I got to give Harrison, I got to give her credit for that. But as far as my number, it's in no particular order, of course. But this is the first one I wrote down. The first submission I wrote down was Dern versus Ebos. That get back for Mackenzie Dern. Okay. Gotta give her credit for that. I gotta give her credit for that because that was her first fight back. The first fight they had, it was her first fight back since having the baby. And Ebos schooled her in there. So that's the first fight that really put Ebos on the map for me. But the way Mackenzie Dern was like, no, we got to run that back. But you can kind of say, people are going to make the argument, oh, well, Dern fought damaged goods by the time she got around to the rematch with Amanda Ebos. But Dern took some punishment from in between the time from their first fight to their second fight too. So, they both took that same kind of punishment, So, is it really was it really damaged goods or did Mackenzie Dern just improve? But I have to give Mackenzie Dern credit for that submission because that was a get back.
Okay. Let me see. So I said Mac Judo. I gave her one. And another LFA one was Shay Bowers. Well, actually two, man. She had an armbar and a rear naked choke last year. Yep. Elizabeth Rodriguez, and then she choked out this girl, Maritza Sanchez. I mean, another first round, both of them first round finishes too. So, she's coming up as a neck snatcher, So yeah, Shay Bowers in the LFA. Oh snap! Stephanie Luciano in that what's her name? Raven Oliveira. That was on that Manon card, Manon Jasmine card.
Yes, she almost put that girl out, dude.
Yeah. Cause she, Luciano come in as a striker, so she was basically using her striking, but then she goes for a takedown and then chokes the girl out. I mean, her full arm was up under there, so it was another one where she was about to choke that girl until her head popped off. So I had to put that on there. But what my number one is that was most satisfying,
Oh,
and it ain't anything against her opponent either. It was just satisfying to see this closure, but I got Aaron Blanchfield choking out Tracy Cortez.
bro, that was the last one that I was getting ready to put on the list. That was the last
Okay.
one I was going to say. That's on my list. I was going to say last but not least, Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez.
Yeah.
I like rematch wins. I do.
I do too, especially when they close, and they come back better than the last time. Because Dern lost to Ebas, but comes back and beats her, and now Blanchfield loses to Cortez first time, comes back and beats her.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I thought Blanchfield broke her down. To me, I thought Cortez did have a good first round, but throughout the round, I could just see like Aaron's durability and just her volume kind of pushing Cortez to a limit,
Mm-hmm.
because usually Cortez is quick on it. Like Cortez don't really get caught in submissions like that. She got caught a couple of times in their first fight, but she usually out. But this one here, I think Aaron's just volume and just that relentless style of just coming forward. She was finally able to get in and get her down. And I mean, when she had her tapping, I was like, dang, I didn't see that coming. So yeah, I had to go with that one, man, because I picked the fight to go by a decision. I was like, Aaron probably beat her by a decision, but it turned out to be the only fight that was a finish for the women on the card.
If you look at the sequences of events that led up to that finish in that fight, you can because I went back and I watched it over and over. Just that, like, it's like a 45-second. Like, I'm gonna have to isolate it and send it to the Discord. It's like a 45-second snippet that I took from that fight, and you can literally see the moment where Tracy Cortez knew she couldn't get out of that choke. And you can literally see her. Well, you can see the moment where she goes from fighting it, like trying to get out of it, to the moment she's like, I ain't getting out of this. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Dang, yeah, okay, yeah, you have to post that because I got to look at that and see that.
Aaron is just that dangerous, man. When she locks it in, it's just, it's like some grapplers, you have grapplers like Jasmine Jazz Divisius, submission people like that. Then you got submission artists like Jillian Robertson and Mackenzie Dern. Well, not Mackenzie Dern. You got submission people like Robertson and Aaron Blanchfield that once they get it locked in, I can see people escaping Jasmine Jazz Divisius's, submission attempts and stuff like that. But when you got people like Robertson and Aaron Blanchfield, like those girls that are different level submission specialists, like it's once they get something locked in, like you're just not going to get away from them.
No, that's the thing about them. Like that's especially like Aaron. I see like, Aaron, like when she's getting you in those positions, whatever it is, like she's got it. Like, cause that's her background. So, she knows when you get in a certain position, she's securing it, so that's what kind of makes them stand out as finishers like that. Okay. All right. Yeah, those are some good submissions though, man. But now we gotta talk about some knockouts, man.
Oh boy. This is where it gets dicey.
This is where it gets dicey, man. We might, let's go back and forth on this one, but I'll start off with my honorable mention on this one, man. I'm gonna go with this Julia Pelostri finish of Carolina, like third round finish.
Dude, oh my gosh.
You got that?
That was on my list too.
Okay. I got that as my honorable mention because there was so many other ones I thought were better, but I thought that was a good one because it was just Pelostri putting on a show to finally, like, she just broke Carolina's chin, caught her with that head kick and finished her,
Yeah, one of my honorable mention was Crispy versus Eunice Dubin, man. That was an honorable mention. And the only reason that didn't make it on the list is because Carly topped it with the knockout over Nicole Cagliari.
Oh, okay. I got
But
those actually in reverse.
do you really?
Yeah. I
Okay,
like that
okay.
Cagliari one a lot. I thought that was like a beatdown, breakdown type, but that head kick, man, was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, she knocked out Eunice Dubin with that, man. I was like, yo, like Crispy, okay. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the knee, it's just the fact that it was a knee. You know what I'm saying? And she landed that knee multiple times, man. But that last time you seen Cagliari fold, and I was like, oh, you know, somebody land them knees and you see them fold, man, like you just know they hurt, bro. You just know they hurt.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I'm just trying to pull that one back up. Yeah, wow. Okay.
Ooh, God.
Okay.
Oof. Somebody knee me to the stomach like that, bro. I'm telling you, it's like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be looking around for something to pick up and throw, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy.
Oh man, I got one for you though. This was an Invicta one because I just watched it like the other night, and I couldn't remember where the knockout came. It's on YouTube. I'm gonna put the link in there if anybody wants to watch the knockout. Hold on. Okay, Jamie Eden then knocking this girl out, Jackie Cataline. It was a second round knockout. It was crazy because I thought it was a third round knockout. So that's what made it even crazier to watch on the second go round because she caught this girl coming in with a big right hand and she went down hard, like head first. And I was like, dang, the effect never went away because I remember she got knocked out the first time, but watching it last like a couple of days ago, it was still a shock to me. That was like a crazy one hitter quitter, man. Like ref, he had to step in before she could go off and let more shots on her.
Yeah, you got to post the link to that one because I didn't see that one.
Okay, let me see. It just copied the text right.
That's crazy. I seen the LFA one you was talking about, but didn't see the Invicta one.
Okay. Yeah, so I would put that my number. I put that as my number 5.
Okay. Yeah, heck yeah. Well, I'm gonna move up the list here and see. I'm gonna see if you remember this one because this one stuck out to me because it was good. Fatima Klein versus Martinez.
Oh yeah, I got that on there. I got that on there. I got it a little bit higher, but I got it at number 4. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Fatima Klein, man. Like, you know, for me, it just felt like this was like a moment for Fatima Klein because, you know, this is a moment where it was like, okay, I see why people are high on Fatima Klein right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I felt like I didn't really see the hype behind Fatima Klein like that. And then, like, when she started putting out performances like this, I was like, okay, all right, now I see why Fatima Klein has got the hype. Like, she needs the hype. This is what these people who hyping her are looking at. This is why they hype her. You know what I'm saying? But she put that work on Melissa Martinez, bro. Melissa Martinez was gutsy, man. Like, she was in there, she was fighting, she was trying to win, but man, Fatima Klein was just too big and just too good for her, man.
Yeah, she was reminding me of Aaron, you know, because
she
was like pushing the pace and striking. And here I think she's trying to get the fight to the ground, but then she comes up with that head kick and just knocks out the stand-up fighter. So I was like, okay, yeah, this girl's official right now. She's official.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh man, no, for me, I know what was number 5. I had 2 on number 5. I had that Eden fight, and my number 5 should be higher, but it's on here. Zombie Girl knocking out Josiane Nunes. And you know why this is on there.
Oh, come on. It's on my list too, dude. But yeah, it's on my list too.
You know why it's on there. Number one, I got that pick wrong. And number two, it lives rent free in my head now because I was like, I just turned the fight on. I was about to get up and grab something. And then I take a glance down and I just see Josiah Nunez falling down, laying down. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, what happened? I'm like, what happened? And it was like, oh, she's out. It was like, oh, she caught an uppercut. I'm like, wait a minute, did she? Or did she throw the fight? Nah, man, she got caught, man.
No,
She
she
got
didn't throw that fight. Nah,
she
she didn't throw that fight, though. Nah,
man,
Priscilla Castueda, man, just she got that dynamite, she got that thigh out, dog. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And those are the type of like putting on those type of performances right there. That's Priscilla Castueda's lane. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Like that's her lane, and she can make
That's
a
how
lot
she
of
keep her
money.
job.
Right? She's that must see TV type of girl. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that's really how that's the lane that she can be in. Like people know now, you know what I'm saying? When you see, well, first of all, Priscilla Castueda was known for the girl that took a beat down from Valentina Shevchenko. She's not really known for that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she kind of scrubbed that away a little bit. You know what I'm saying? By coming in here and stopping these people like that and knocking girls out and showing why they asked her to fight Valentina Shevchenko. You know,
Mhm.
but man, Castueda is must see TV.
Exactly. Like, and that's what I'm always talking about too. Is like fighters that find their own lane, and you just keep them in that lane. Even for the matchmakers, just keep Cachoeira in there against these girls. That's gonna make her shine. And bring people out to watch because there's some people that just ain't gonna be champion, you know. And if you let Zombie Girl stay in that lane and just fight these type of fights, then we good for however long it lasts, though. So let her do her thing in that lane, but um, as long as she's doing that, people are gonna tune in. And that one, man, I was like, Jocelyn Nunez, she don't have that neck, that's going to be absorbing punches where she's gonna be catching whiplash, but man, she got caught with that uppercut and she went down harder than all of them. She went down harder than all of them. I mean, she went harder. She went down harder than Lipsky did. Shoot, I mean, even Molly
Yeah,
McCann
Lipsky kind of like
with the
crumpled
power.
against the cage.
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
Lipsky kind of like crumpled against the cage. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like Lipsky just folded. Now Priscilla
at
Castueda went. I mean, Jocelyn Nunez went down face first, dog.
Yeah, because at least Lipsky took 2. It was like boom, boom, and she went down. But that girl, Josiane, man, like I stood up and she over there laying down. I'm like, what happened? I still can't believe that how she went down. Man, that was crazy.
Priscilla was spamming them uppercuts. But like that's the thing. Like Priscilla threw like 5 uppercuts before that missed, and Jocelyn didn't catch on to it.
Mhm. Mm,
I was,
man.
I was like, you seen her spamming, you seen her spamming uppercuts, and then you duck your head, you run in and duck your head and get knocked out.
You do the
Like,
worst
come
thing.
on, man.
You do the worst possible thing. You duck your head down. You duck your head down right into the
Right into
shot.
the uppercut.
Okay, yeah.
That's
That
her.
one
That's her
it should
fault, though.
yeah, that one should be a little bit higher, but I'm gonna keep that there because it was one
Yeah.
of the best one. All right, who you got next?
Well, we already talked about Polastri versus Carolina. I think that was really really good.
Mhm.
And then, well, we've already talked about all my other knockouts: Crispy versus Cagliari. We
And
talked
Dubin,
about
right?
Polastri versus Carolina.
Mhm.
We talked about Klein versus Martinez.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
I got
we
yeah,
talked.
because I got Crispy versus Dubin as number 3 here, that
Okay,
hit.
okay.
But there was one higher than that. Not number
That's
1 yet, but there was one higher than
I'm,
that.
I'm I'm at number one.
But number 1, okay, let me give you my number 2 then.
Okay.
My number 2 is I don't want to spoil your number 1, but could be the same thing. Do you think it's the same thing or not?
I think it's not the same. I don't think it's the same thing.
Okay. My number 2 is Edwards knocking Zombie Girl out.
That was my honorable mention.
Oh, that was your honorable mention. Okay.
That was my
Okay.
honorable mention was, bro. Yes, Jocelyn L was knocking out Priscilla Castrator, bro.
She was
But
knocking girls
Priscilla
out
got
back
a
then.
taste of her own. She turned around and got a taste of her own medicine, even though it wasn't. Even though it wasn't a knockout, even though it wasn't an uppercut, bruh, but Jocelyn Edwards was putting them hands on Priscilla though.
She was putting hands on her because it was like a
Yeah, and
thump
Priscilla,
too.
bruh, Priscilla just came in throwing wayward punches, bro, and just got knocked out.
And it was shaky in the beginning. I ain't gonna lie, it
Yeah,
was kind of shaky in the beginning. Like it was kind of back and forth. Like I never thought Edwards was gonna get knocked out, but I thought like she was taking some shots, but she was much cleaner, man. She was just much cleaner. Like she figured Zombie Girl out real quick in that round, and then just started like
she had
attacking.
to. She had
Mm-hmm.
to. She would have kept taking them punches. She'd have got knocked out.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, especially like I said, when you in there training with Valentina, I was like, at some point, it better start rubbing off because
Yes, and
I was like, I want to
there
see you
was
start knocking girls out.
yeah, there was a clear size difference between those two too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And the
like
thing is, Zombie Girl's a big. Well, Zombie Girl, she's a decent sized bantamweight, but
yes,
Edwards get thick.
yes, it was. Yeah, you see that training photo? I forgot who it was with. I sent it to you on Instagram. I think
Oh
I
yeah,
did, bruh. Like between fights, like Jocelyn Edwards is thick, bro. Like
yeah,
bruh, she got to be weighing like 155 between
yeah,
fights. Like she looked big, dude. Like it's like her bottom half is big. Like her legs and stuff are like real thick and musculature. You know what I'm saying? Well, I wouldn't say muscular. There's a lot of shaking going on back there, but you know what I'm saying? Like she carries most of her weight from the waist down.
yeah. She's more like she's almost like flyweight up top, then lightweight at the bottom.
Yes. And another fighter that's kind of built like that too is Cavalcanti.
Cavalcanti.
Like she's kind of bigger on the bottom half too. Like
She
her
kind of
leg.
is. She kind of is. I was thinking you were going to say Carol Rosa.
Yeah, Kadar Hosta too. Yeah, her too. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. All
Yeah.
three of them are kind of like Norma Dumont too. Like it's just kind of from the waist down. Is what is what the bulk of their weight is.
Yeah, Eileen Perez. Yeah, two beats in Eileen Perez and Norma. Yeah,
Yep.
bottom heavy
Yep.
and body heavy girls.
Yep.
Yeah. Stamina say can't leave 2025 without hearing about that thigh out. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir. A lot of people had that thigh out in 2025.
All right. But
Should we move on to the number one? Because our number one is the same.
it's this. Hold on. Let me get the drum roll ready here. I ain't got the drum roll, but BJ, you do the honors.
The number one. The photo. Oh man. Yeah, the number one knockout, man, for me, that just came as a shock. It just kind of had that shock factor to it. It's not even the fact that it was a knockout. You know what I'm saying? It's not even the fact that it was just that it was shocking like that. It happened like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like Manon it wasn't anything like you didn't see Manon bite down. You didn't see Manon grimace. Like it was none of that. Like when Manon throwing hard, you see Manon grimace. Like she's a grimacing fighter. Like she grimaces a lot. You know what I'm saying? She grimaces when she's getting hit, and she grimaces when she's sitting down on punches. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a run of the mill straight left hand. You know what I'm saying? Like Manon didn't do anything out of the ordinary to me. It was just like a regular punch. But Jasmine was just wading in. Like half of the momentum came from Jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And it was just like man, like to see that Jasmine couldn't take that kind of a punch, man. That was the shock factor of it. It wasn't anything that Manon did. It was the fact that Jasmine is chinning like that, man. I don't know if it was just the placement of the punch or, Jasmine running in versus Manon firing it straight. But she started dancing, dude. Like, I mean, I thought, like you said, man, I had thought she rolled her ankle or something, you know what I'm saying? Because it looked like how Julia Stoliarenko rolled her ankle in that Luana Carolina fight. It kind of looked like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was saying, like, Macy Barber acting like she was. Say what?
I said, you trying to make me laugh over here.
No, I'm just saying, like, like when Macy Barber acted like she was hurt after that kick. Yeah, that kick landed, but Macy wasn't hurt. Like Macy was in full control of them stumbles.
Now. Yeah, I can definitely see that now because, like,
yeah,
Macy looked more like she was trying to twerk or something. Where these girls right here, they was hurt.
They didn't know if they were standing or not. You know what I'm saying? Like Jasmine was still trying to move forward, but her legs wouldn't let her move forward, man. Like it was. You could see the disconnect from. You could see the disconnect from her brain to her legs.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Because when you saw Jasmine's movement, her mind was almost in like worry about what her body was doing, whereas Macy was still clearly talking to the referee. I see that now.
It wasn't no talking to the ref for Jazzy.
Mm-hmm. No, Jazzy was trying to get her feet up under her.
Jasmine was on a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jazzy had one foot this way and the other one going that way, so that's what she was worried about.
Right? Yeah. And I hate that, man. I do, but because like I said, I was hoping to see like a grinding fight, like a grind out fight. Like a fight of the year contender. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that fight was in my head. I was thinking this could low key be like a fight of the year, 3-round fight. Like this could potentially be that. You got a dog in Jasmine, and then you got somebody who's big and tough and with some dog too, like Manon, with a little bit of dog, like Manon, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking this could be one of those fights, man. And it literally was like after the first 10 seconds, I could see how I was like, oh, this is not going to go well. Especially seeing Manon hit her and then Jasmine with them slow responding punches. Like her what was supposed to be counter punches, man, they were so slow and off target. I was just like, oh, this is not like Manon is showing that there is a clear difference between their stand-up. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a clear difference in the level of stand-up fighter that they are. Mm-hmm. And when she caught her with that punch, I felt it coming, man, because Jasmine was just for one, she was staying in Manon's range, and for two, she was just trying to hawk her down, like applying too much pressure too soon. You know what I'm saying? Like she was just trying to get up in Manon's stuff, man, and Manon was having no part of that. Like Manon was not about to let Jasmine pull her into a dog fight, because that's what Jasmine wanted. I think that's what Jasmine was trying to. The tone that Jasmine was trying to set in that fight. I think she was trying to get up in Manon's face and be that pressure style fighter, you know what I'm saying? But if you ain't throwing the long punches, man, if you ain't stabbing your opponent, you know what I'm saying, to while you're applying pressure, you know what I'm saying, then you're gonna be in trouble, man, especially with a striker like Manon, who's she gave Manon everything she needed to win the fight. So Manon was like, okay, you're going to give me your chin, I'm going to take it. Boom. So, I mean, it was what it was, dog. And
I remember the show, BJ, when you picked Jazzy, I was like, are you sure? I was like, are you sure you want to pick her? You picked her by maybe what, decision, I guess. Yeah. And I was like you, I was kind of hoping for a good fight where I could see Manon tested in other ways, but
yeah.
This was even more satisfying because it was like showing you, okay, Manon hadn't really missed a step. She ain't lost a step. She actually got a little bit better, because I know you say it wasn't anything like what Manon did in this fight more so, but I think it was, because I think her boxing has gotten better. She's been training in a better, a different setting. And the way she set the punch up in this one was much more accurate than some of her past fights to
Yeah,
me, because I went back and just looked at this a few times, and the reason Jazzy got put out the way she did is because Manon planted that thing right on the chin. It wasn't up
yeah,
by the temple. It wasn't on the face or the nose. It was all chin. And like in that
right.
slow motion, you just see like Jazzy's mouth open. That's why you got to
Yeah,
keep your jaw tight in a fight, because you don't, and your jaw is loose. She just made
right.
it just connected in the jaw so precise that her whole jaw just, absorbed all that
Shit.
shot. And then next
Yeah,
thing you know, she dancing. So that was the shocker to it. But I was getting ready for a full fight that night, thinking that, Jazzy was ready, but this was just another good way of showing that okay, Jazzy's was active, but there's still levels to it. There's still some levels missing there. And I mean, Jazzy, she beat some decent people, but Manon is just in that other level with the girls like Natalia now and Valentina, where there's still something that Jazzy needs to improve on. And
right.
um, that was the only way she was gonna really get the test. It is by fighting somebody like that. But I just didn't think that her jaw was gonna be that uh, you know, shaky on one of those punches. I thought, okay, if Manon stops her, maybe like an accumulation somewhere down the line, but that man, like she just took that one punch and it was like, wow, like just showed us that she hadn't really like fully prepared for what was coming in this fight. So that's what was kind of the shock factor to me, in
But
this
that's the thing. I think she was prepared to fight Manon. That's the thing. I really think
one.
Jazz was prepared to fight Manon. I just think that she had the wrong plan. And you could say having the wrong plan is not being prepared. I guess that goes hand in hand. But I just felt like Jasmine, this was like her big moment. And I just felt like nerves. I don't know if it was nerves or the spotlight or something. Because I think Jazzy knew the weight that was on this fight. You know what I'm saying? And how everybody, she had a lot of attention from the media before this fight. They were saying, they were trying to create the hype train with Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? Before this fight, man. And now, ever since she lost, you ain't heard the media say nothing about Jazz Divizius.
Yeah, nah, like they doing it wrong now. I mean, we still talking about Jasmine, but hey, I mean, we talking about Jasmine right now. I mean, it's on the losing side, but hey, it happens. It happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Um,
does.
and you know what's crazy is like they were pushing her as Canadian and everything, but you got a lot of French people in Canada, but they really weren't promoting Manon on that one either. Like they were
Right.
really pushing Jazzy hard in that fight, but um, it kind of backfired. But I still want to see Jasmine come back, man. Like
I do too.
it's nothing against her, like man, like that shot, it is what it is. You gotta call it like I see it, man. And that's why I say she really wasn't prepared, because her last few fights, she took a lot of punches like against Cortez. And I was like, okay, if Cortez is hitting her and boxing her head up, I'm sure Manon was going to catch her,
And people out here saying Tracy Cortez would have. People out here saying Tracy Cortez would have done better against Manon. Like, come on, man.
Man, she would got put out of there too.
She got put out too, man. Like Tracy Cortez would have got put out too.
I think it could have been a head kick or something too. I think she probably
Right.
got put out of there.
Right.
All right. So let me ask you this, BJ. We talked about these fighters, putting on some of the best performance, the best KOs. Now we're gonna tell some truth too, man. But who are some fighters that you want to see step it up next year that were just kind of on the downside this year?
Step it up. Fighters I want to see step it up this year. The first name that comes to mind is Rose. That's the first name that comes to mind. Like, I want to see Rose, make or break herself at 115. You know what I'm saying? Because this is like, going back down. If Rose decided to go back down to 115, I don't really know. I would feel like I would say she needs to go. If she's feeling like she wants to bounce back to 115, she needs to go ahead and retire. But at 125, Rose has an opportunity here, especially with this switch up with Natalia Silva. Like, very rarely do fighters get a fight put into their queue that could possibly skip them over other fighters who I think deserve more, and fighters that they've lost to that are ranked above them. You know what I'm saying? So this is Rose's opportunity to capitalize on fighting Natalia Silva and getting that number one spot. Because even though I know Rose trained with Valentina, I think Rose is a champion at heart, and she would take that opportunity to fight Valentina. They would put their friendship aside when it comes to fighting, for the belt. So I really want to see Rose step it up. I'm not saying that I'm rooting for her to beat Natalia Silva, but it didn't matter who Rose was fighting. Like, somebody who's been kind of shaky, I want to see them step up. And another fighter that comes to mind that I really want to see step up that didn't look too good in 2025 is Tatiana Suarez. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see Tatiana Suarez improve. Like, I don't want, and see me, I take a lot away from fighters when they post training footage. Like, I take a lot from that, you know what I'm saying? But Suarez is the type of fighter who, before this fight with Weili, before this fight with Amanda Lemos, she showed the same thing that she's showing right now. Her in the gym boxing. And I'm just like, okay, Tatiana, I get it. Like, that's what you want to show us that you're working on. But the best way to show us that you're working on your striking is to do it when it calls for it. And she's yet to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's yet to do that. So I want to see Tatiana, even though she won her last fight, it was ugly. It was very ugly. And I want to walk away from a Tatiana Suarez fight excited that I just watched her do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just watched her go in there and do Suarez. You know what I'm saying? But because Suarez hadn't really been able to do Suarez in a long time. Like, yeah, she took Amanda Lemos down, but she wasn't beating, ground and pounding Lemos like she did Carla Esparza and Alexa Grasso. She damn near pounded their heads through the damn canvas. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not seeing any of that. I'm not seeing any growth in the stand up from Suarez. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Suarez is an example of a fighter whose body just can't keep up with their mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she wants to do that, but I've heard fighters say, you can will your body to do stuff in fights, and it just doesn't do it. Like, your brain saying do this, and you just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't want to say that's what's going on with Suarez, but I really want to see her improve.
Okay. I agree with you in the Rose one, like, as far as stepping it up, because I think Rose has a place at 125 just as a fighter right now. Like, she's doing enough to stay in the middle, like B-, C+, but she hasn't done anything to, step into the elite realm yet. Like, every time she fought the better fighters like Aaron Manon, she loses, but she still beats a lot of the other girls. So to me, she's in that middle where she's got to either step it up or step down. You know what I mean? Like, you in that position now where this is kind of third time is the charm, because once again, she's about to get somebody that's considered elite at flyweight, somebody that beat Grasso, beat Andrade, and is on a 7-fight win streak. So this is another moment now where she's got to kind of step it up and do something different than she has in the past few fights. And at this point, she's been at flyweight for a few years now. So this is kind of that telling moment now to say, okay, I'm fully ready for the best at flyweight. Right. So, and really, it wasn't like a spot where Rose completely earned this top spot. It was it was kind of just the luck of the draw now because Grasso had to pull out of the fight. So it's kind of an opportunity where again it could go in Rose's favor because that's how Rose is sometimes whenever the opportunity comes and she's able to kind of just rise to the occasion. So maybe that'll build her up mentally. But this is to me like one of the moments now where, if you can't beat this third elite fighter at flyweight, it's going to tell us a lot now. Like, okay, if you beat Natalia Silva by a split decision, that's still not enough. Like, she got to take full opportunity and beat Natalia Silva.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Suarez, that was on my list. Suarez got to step it up, man. Like Suarez really, to me, like to work on her striking, you got to get off Instagram and everything for a while. Shoot, I ain't been on Instagram for over a week now. I might check it every now and then, but I'm gonna be off of it for another 2 weeks just to get away from it.
Suarez go to Thailand, bro. I'm telling you, man. There's like
she got to go to Thailand. She got to go to
Jason
some boxing or just some real boxers. She got to go to some real boxers and just get out of that comfort zone because that's one of the things that's going to hold her back from getting the belt is not fully evolving. Weili needed to evolve in her wrestling. She got it. We got with Henry Cejudo in them. So she got to kind of do the opposite, man. Like you really can't come in there with just the basics with that type of striking, man, because even Mackenzie Dern is stepping past her.
Yeah.
And that's a fight I kind of start to feel a little fearful for Suarez because I'm seeing Suarez not look as sharp as Dern in some areas there, So I don't know. I'll give you another one I got though. Of course, Grasso. I think Grasso got to step it up.
Yes, Grasso too. I think Grasso needs to just get her mind right. You know what I'm saying? Like, get her mind right, get her injuries together, get your body right, and then get your mind right as you're getting your body right. because right now Grasso got a mark on her back. She got a target on her back. You know what I'm saying? These girls gonna try to go in here and pick off Grasso. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to see Grasso fall like that. So maybe in 2026 she can get back into the mix. You know what I'm saying? And be prepared and tweak a few things and change a few things, like being so flat-footed. Like her lack of footwork really damaged her a lot in that Natalia Silva fight, because in that Valentina fight, it was okay for her to be stationary because Valentina is very stationary. You know what I'm saying? Like Valentina, she may bounce, take a couple steps back and bounce on her toes, but she's not like, she's not like a big footwork girl like Natalia Silva.
No.
Right. So if Grasso had been so used to just stalking Valentina, being stationary against Valentina Shevchenko, she kind of went in with that same game plan, and it just worked out horrible for her. You know what I'm saying? And some of these girls at the top of this division, they have to tighten it up, man. Like some of these girls have to get together because some of these girls on the come up are going to take their spot. Like some of these girls on the come up, they're coming up showing a lot more improvements fight to fight than a lot of these other fighters. And I know y'all get tired of me talking about Casey O'Neill. I know y'all get sick of me talking about O'Neill, but O'Neill has showed steady improvement. Yes, she has had some setbacks. You know what I'm saying? Yes, she's had, like in that Lipsky fight, she got a little bit overzealous with her striking. You know what I'm saying? And she paid for it, but look what happened when she came out in her next fight. Nice, clean, crisp stand-up. You know what I'm saying? Nice volume, she worked on her accuracy. She was landing a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And she looked very comfortable on her feet. That fight took place on the feet for 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? She checked the box on cardio. She checked the box on technique. She checked the box on a lot of things. Defense still needs some work. You know what I'm saying? But, fighters like that, and even fighters like Jasmine, Jasmine went on this run. Yes, she just lost this fight to Manon Fiorot, but, you know what I'm saying? Jasmine has been on her little run too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Jasmine can get back in there, you know what I'm saying? But these young and hungry girls, They're gonna come and pick off people like Rose and Grasso, what I'm saying, if they not showing, improved versions of themselves. So
Mhm.
I really want all of those fighters, even Macy Barber are gonna come after them like that, what I'm saying? So I wanna see these fighters improve, what I'm saying? But like I want, and another one too, another honorable mention for who I want to see do better in 2026. I want to see Karine Silva do better in 2026. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
definitely. Oh, man, like, she just hadn't had the best year.
yeah, I know, man. And a couple years ago, man, people were high on Karine Silva. And then it's just like, man, fight after fight, it's like she's looking worse. And I hate to say that, what I'm saying, she with fighting nerds, the first female with fighting nerds or whatever. But they ain't helping her, man. Like they not. She needs to leave them. Leave this high profile gym with a whole bunch of guys who like to wear funny glasses and talk shit on social media. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She needs to, pull a Jillian Robertson and go somewhere like a Goat Shed or something like that. People who are really gonna close the doors and shut the blinds and really get to work. You know what I'm saying? And really work on what you need to work on and make you a better fighter because what I'm saying? Like Jillian Robertson needed that. You know what I'm saying? Dean Thomas will always be her coach. He will always be her coach. But she needed some other looks. Dean Thomas, when he fought, if you ever watched him, he was a grappler. You know what I'm saying? So Dean can't really teach those stand-up aspects that Robertson knows she needed. So she had to go where she could find that. They don't work on her with jiu-jitsu. They work her on her stand-up. She's got her jiu-jitsu coach. She's got her MMA jiu-jitsu coach. You know what I'm saying? So, but for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like they need to, I just feel like, Karine needs to get with somebody who's going to improve her game because something that she's doing is not working.
All right. Yeah, yeah, going back to Grasso for me, yeah, Grasso, I think it's really like a big mental thing with her. Like, I think she just needs to really get a grasp of being hungry again. I think that, yeah, I think the same thing too. Like I said before, like when she won the belt, I don't really think she was in mindset to defend it, you know,
Right.
against the former champion over and over again. And that was like a completely different direction for her. Like, yeah, maybe if she defended against somebody else, it could have like
Right.
maybe made her better or even like not taking as much energy from her.
Right.
So I think more of hers is going to be more of a mental thing, but also some technical things too, as far as her takedown defense and wrestling. Like,
Yeah.
Grasslow's got a lot of improvement to do when it comes to just defending. She's got good offense, but I think some of her like setbacks have been her positioning, like always coming forward, always being in position to strike, in that offensive position and not really um, set herself up to counter more off the back foot. So there's a lot of things that I think she just got to do to step it up because she got that number by her. She got that number, and there's gonna be a lot of girls coming for her. You see, Macy Barber keep calling for her.
Yep.
Macy ain't calling for Aaron. Macy ain't calling for Manon. She want to fight Grasso. And I know there's a lot of girls that want to fight Grasso right now. It was gonna be Rose, but nah, she had to pull out because of an injury. So Grasso's got to step it up. Here's another one, man. Veronica Hardy. You know, I want to see Veronica Hardy, man. Like, I know she feels like she needs more confidence, to get a little higher. But that's what I want to see. I want to see Veronica Hardy, like in the next year, like be more active and be a little bit more confident. And
I want to see her bust through.
I
Like
want to
bust
see, yeah, I
through.
want to see her get a little bit more confident in her style and just be a little bit more, I guess, a little bit more prepared for these takedowns because she's kind of smaller. So a lot of these girls are gonna be trying to get her down. So I need to
Yeah.
just see her like really turn on that switch this year and just kind of go after it. Dan Hardy, he believes in her. He thinks she can get to the top. So I'm like, if he's backing her like that and she continues to work, I think she's one that needs to have a good year. Shoot, JJ Aldridge,
Yeah.
she's another one, JJ Aldridge. I think her time is ticking, so she's got to get it up. She's got to get up there. Your girl, man, Casey O'Neal, man, she need to come back this year, man. It's about
Yeah, she
time,
said
man.
she said early 2026. So
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
waiting to see. Hopefully, it's an Aldridge or a Jazz Vizzies or something like that. Because or Matt. Or no, it ain't gonna be Maverick. um,
Oh yeah,
Maverick is actually pregnant now.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. She's a yeah. Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it ain't gonna be Maverick, but yeah, man, like they got to step it up, man. And I agree with O'Neal too. O'Neal's been out. What I'm saying? This is the second long layoff that this girl has had with injuries. So, let's hope that and we've seen her come back from that first layoff. She came back strong. What I'm saying? She came back and she looked good, looked like she hadn't missed a beat against Luana Santos. What I'm saying? That's Luana, but that was Luana Santos. So now it's time to step it up. Like, that girl ain't even at flyweight no more. So,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, let's see what she can get next and see if she can keep that momentum going and look as sharp as she did in her last fight. Because I gotta say, man, she was sharp in that Santos fight. Like, she was very sharp.
Oh yeah, Casey O'Neal. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. She was
maybe her
good.
versus Karine Silva. They need to
Yeah,
book that fight.
yeah. Or oh, I got a fight. I know what I want to see. Well, let me ask you this, since we kind of going into that too. Then what what's some matchups you looking forward to for 2026? Then
You mean matchups that are already set or
no,
things I
like
want?
that you want.
Ooh. I want to see if there's one fighter that I want to see if they can do something in 2026. If they can, and this kind of goes off the last thing. I want to see if Jacqueline Amarum can bounce back because she had a lot of hype coming in. So I want to see if Jacqueline Amarum can come back. But as far as
Yeah,
like fights that
that's a
that I
good one. Yeah, that's a good one. That once he step it up too. Yeah,
let's see. So fighters that I want to you said like matchups I want to see.
matchups.
I want to see Casey O'Neal versus Karine Silva at flyweight. That's one of the fights I want to see.
Okay.
And then I want to see Yana Santos versus Juliana Pena. Like that's another one I want to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got to make that fight. I mean, Yana Santos is still savagely calling out Juliana Pena. So that's one of the fights I got to see. Yana Santos versus Juliana Pena. And then again at strawweight, I have to see Jillian Robinson versus Mackenzie Dern. Like those are the three fights I want to see.
Okay. All right. I got one for you. I want to see Wayne Kong and Crispy. You know that. I got to see that fight. I got to
Hell
see that
yeah.
fight.
Hell
And
yeah.
I still need to see Barbara Blanchfield. That's on my list. I still need to see
Yeah,
Barbara Blanchfield.
absolutely.
Got to see that happen. I mean, if to me, Barbara wants that Grasso rematch. I'm like, if you give that to her, then it's going to tell me the story about Barbara. But fine, give it to her for her. But it ain't going to tell me she ready for the belt. But you got to give her, if she want to get to that belt, she need to fight Blanchfield. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Or Manon. Either one of those on the same level to me
Mm.
at this point for Barbara.
Manon versus Macy. I keep that sounds so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see Francis Manon Fiorot versus Macy Barber. That's what I want to see too.
Yeah, if that don't cut it for her, if she's still mad at Blanchfield, they still salty with each other. Hey, let's see if you get how you handle the beast. The other fight I want, since you brought up Casey O'Neal, I want Jasmine versus Casey O'Neal.
I do too.
That's the
Yep.
one fight I'll take. I'll take Jasmine versus Casey O'Neal.
Mhm.
For bantamweights, I need to see next year. Oh man, let me see. For next year, no, win or lose, whoever has the belt, I do want to see Kayla and Norma fight at some point. I just want to see how
Yeah.
they match up. But yeah,
Yes.
that Pena and Santos fight is good. Um, I need Irene Aldana versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti though.
Oh,
I
you
need
trying
that
to
fight.
get Aldana knocked out?
You said try to get Aldana knocked out.
Yeah, you trying to get Aldana knocked out?
Hey, I need to see that fight. That's I need to see that
But
one,
that's a
man.
fight that can play in Aldana's favor, though. A
It could.
striker, yeah, you know. But then again, Norma Dumont beat her up too. Like,
Mhm.
godly, Norma beat
Oh,
her up.
and I need dang, what was the other one? There's another fight I was about to say for strawweight. I want to see Jan Zhanan and Amanda Lemos. I just want to see that matchup, see how that
Mm,
play out.
mm,
And
mm.
Dern Suarez. Dern Suarez got to happen
Dern
too.
Suarez, okay. I just think Dern takes Suarez, man. I just think Dern takes Suarez. I'm sorry. Ugh, I hate to say that, but Dern is just too sharp right now, man. She's too sharp. You
Mm,
know,
yeah.
I could see her really putting some damage on Suarez on the feet. You know, and even if Suarez was able to close the distance and grab Dern, you know what I'm saying? Dern is strong too, man. It's just like, oof, I don't know. But Dern gonna light her up on the feet though.
Okay.
It's gonna be some blood in that fight.
Dern Suarez. Yeah, there'll be blood in that fight. There'll be some there'll be some hematomas and some swollen eyes.
Yeah.
There'll be some mice.
Yeah, it's gonna be some mice on some faces for sure. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, BJ. The fans gonna ask you though, who are
Oh,
some fights we need to look out for in 2026? Though? Who are some fighters that we need to be on the lookout for?
look out for in 2026. UFC.
Okay, put it this way. UFC also, who do you think needs to be in the UFC now?
Well, you know the number one answer to that question is Dakota Ditchua. I think Ditchua needs to be in the UFC.
Oh yeah, you know she's injured, right? I forgot to bring that up.
I saw
Okay.
that.
Yeah, she's out of that fight.
She's number one on that list for me. But fighters that to be looking out for in 2026, as far as like on the come up or established. Okay, on the come up. I want to see what Alice Ardillion does. I do, man. I want to see what Alice Ardillion does because she's a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a real dog. But I don't want her to just be stuck in one gear. Like I want her to go for these finishes. Like I want her to turn up a little bit more and not just be so complacent, standing there trading punches with people. But as far as just like sheer activity and volume, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to be a striker, be a damn striker. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to strike, be a damn striker. And I like what she does. As far at flyweight, there was a canceled fight this year that I saw. Something Kennedy. There was a fly.
Oh yeah, that girl. What is there? Kennedy Freeman.
Yeah, who is that?
She was like a champion in another organization. She just got signed to the UFC, but her fight got canceled.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there.
Oh yeah, I'm looking here. Yeah, she was supposed to fight Dubin as her first fight.
Yeah, that fight. Yeah. Who do I want to see at flyweight step up and do better this year? Be on the lookout. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say my girl Crispy Carly Judice. I'm gonna go ahead and say I want to see Carly Judice put together. She's on a 2-fight winning streak right now. I want to see her go, like, fight her way into the rankings in 2026. You know what I'm saying? Because Crispy got to stay. I ain't no striker person. You know what I'm saying? Crispy hadn't showed us much on the ground. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a striker that catches my eye, You know what I'm saying? That must mean like you like to go out here and do shit the way Crispy does shit. Like you finishing people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like but you know, as much as I am a grappler person, I'm also a finisher type of person. You know what I'm saying? And Crispy fights to finish, and you just have to appreciate that. Like you said, for so many reasons, she's must see TV. So yeah, I want to see Crispy shine in 2026.
Okay. I gotta say this too, before I forget. Yeah, that was a good interview too, man. I mean, I appreciated that interview because she was humble too, man, as a fighter.
Yes.
Like, I like the fact that she was just honest as far as like her losses too. That's why I asked her that question about how she felt about those close fights because, you know, like I always say, if it's a split decision, I mean, ain't no robbery. Something went wrong.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you only have yourself to blame. So whenever when she was honest about how the fights went and she could have done better, I like she answered that, you know, that way. And then also the fact that she was just humble about getting into the rankings. She was like, I'll fight whoever I got to fight. You know, in the meantime, you know, she was like, hey, if it's a ranked fighter, fine. But in the meantime, she just wants to get better as a fighter. So I like those answers that she was giving. And then even the answer about the call out was on the level too, as far as like, she ain't calling nobody out, but if somebody calls her out, you know, she could be like, hey, let's fight, you know? So just a humble fighter all around. So yeah, I do like her. And I hope that, you know, if she does get into the rankings this year, fine. But if she's able to put together a good string of wins against the lesser fighters to get better, I'm all for that.
Well, she's in a division where even outside of the top 15, it's still deep waters. Like the flyweight division is so deep that fighting outside of the rankings at flyweight doesn't mean the same as fighting outside of the rankings at strawweight or bantamweight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it doesn't mean the same thing. 125 is literally an outlier in the UFC for women. You know what I'm saying? That division is just so deep and there's so much talent in that division that if you fight outside the rankings, okay, that's cool. You know, you're gonna get respect putting together a 3-4 fight winning streak in the realms of the unranked at flyweight. So when you come into that division, when you come into that top 15, you coming into that top 15, like that number 15 spot means something.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, man. Like that, I was thinking even about the girl they signed, Ivana Petrovic. Like she learned. I mean, even Juju was learning that, you know, because they both came in, and I mean, Ivana Petrovic, she lost to Luana Carolina, then she lost to Juju, you know. So I mean, they learn. They learn. I mean, even the old school girls like JoJo and them learn, and Lauren Murphy, you know. So yeah, like it's a tough division, and to even finish people the way Crispy did 2 times in a row, and even the fights that she did lose, it's like, dang, she really is holding on because she only has like getting signed to the UFC. She only had like 4 or 5 fights, you know. So
yeah,
I think she's got something in her that's going to show a lot of these girls something, and you know, that's why I tell people if they ask me, I say look out for her as one of the fighters on the come up. You know, Crispy's one. For bantamweight, you know, Jackie. I think Jacqueline Cavalcanti's another one.
Yeah.
For strawweight, you already know, BJ. You know for strawweight. Fatima Klein all day.
Fatima Klein, yeah, that man loves Fatima Klein now.
Fatima Klein all day. Fatima Klein all day for strawweight. I mean, old girl Alexa Thainera, I mean, she did beat Loma and Molly McCann. She's another one, but it's something about the way Klein is doing it right now. Klein is just she
bringing that Aaron Blanchfield energy.
Yeah, she's furious with it.
So that mean girl energy, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Mean girl, that mean girl, not really mean, you know. Like I can't take them seriously like a mean girl, but like when they be fighting, like it's just funny, you know.
It is. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's just how they are. They just kind of like very dismissive of it. Like
Mhm.
they go in there and kick your ass. You know, so like Aaron Blanchfield go in there and literally kick your ass. And then at the press fight conference, I feel great about it. You know, I just feel really good about working hard in the gym, and and I'm just looking forward to my next fight. Like she just that quick, boom. And
Yeah.
then it's just like she doesn't take it.
No
I
hard
don't know.
feelings. Yeah.
Yeah,
No hard feelings. It's just like it's a fight
right.
to him, like
Exactly. It's all business for Aaron.
right. It's just like to the lead up, it's like, okay, I'm I'm in fight mode, game face on, but after the fight, it's all good.
It's like it's like she's saying it's nothing personal. You
Nothing
know what I'm saying?
personal. Exactly. Yeah.
But it was personal with Macy Barber though.
Right.
Like when her
Right.
and Macy Barber were about to fight, dude, at the weigh-ins, at the stare off, dude, like that was a different look in her. Like every other fight that you see, like the way she was smirking at Macy Barber, and like it was you. I just really think Aaron gets up under Macy Barber's skin,
I
and why
think so
I
too.
don't know. I don't know why. But I'm telling you, Aaron Blanchfield rubs Macy Barber the wrong way. And it just pisses Macy Barber off. Like she hates Aaron Blanchfield. Like
Yeah,
it's not
I
even a
definitely get that vibe. I get that
yeah.
vibe that Blanche. I get the vibe that Barber is more like kind of irritated by Blanchfield than vice versa.
And Aaron Blanchfield played off of it so bad, like when they had to be in close quarters, like before that, before they were supposed to fight. Like when they did the stare off, like Aaron like kind of smirked at her. Like if you just go back and look at that face off, like the
Uh-huh.
way Aaron kind of like very so subtly smirked at Macy Barber, it just like Macy wanted to hit her right then and there. Like you could just tell,
Mhm.
that Aaron Blanchfield knew that Macy Barber fucking hates her, and she just played on it so bad. Like, and Aaron just so cold with, like, she would never be. It was just such subtle. I'm trying to think of the word. It was so passive aggressive. There it is. Like Aaron was so passive aggressive, and it just she was in Macy's head so bad, dude, that it was. I just feel like Macy didn't want to fight her, dude. I just something about
Man,
it, and I'll stand on the rooftop and say Macy won't duck no smoke. But to me, I believe that's some smoke that Macy ducked, because Aaron Blanchfield, you could just look at Macy's face, you could just tell like the sight of Aaron Blanchfield pissed her off.
that's what made me want to see the fight even more. Like whenever the
Right.
face off, like when she did that smirk, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to call this fight. I was like, we got to watch this fight. And that's what really hurt my feelings, man, when that fight was
Yeah.
canceled.
Yeah.
Man, that was killer, man. That
We
was
needed to see that.
we got to see that still. To be said, he said look out for Fatima Klein, Thainera, Carol Farrow, and Pelostri, the psycho. Yeah, Carol Farrow is another one. Yeah, Carol Farrow, the little Andrade. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about her. Yeah, Julia Pilastri, man. Like I'm excited for her. I like her, man. I like the fact that she's responsive on Instagram. Like, I reach out to her and say something to her. I translate it to, Portuguese so she can understand. And she translates her answer back to English. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, she told me, she said, give me 1 year and I'll work on my English and whatnot. I'm like, man, a year is too long. Like, I need to talk to you right now.
Like a year, shoot, girl, you better go take some quick courses on, YouTube. Shoot, a whole year. Shoot, you might not be in the UFC next year.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You never know how these ties turn, man. But since she's definitely coming in. She's had some rough patches in the UFC, man. That fight with Loopy, as entertaining as that fight was, it goes down on her record as an L.
Yeah.
But she's bounced back though. I give Pilastri that. Like, she didn't let that stop her. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what Pilastri does in 2026.
Oh man, I almost forgot. Here's who I want to see back next year.
Oh,
Melissa Gatto.
Man, I'm about to do a Curious Case video on Gatto.
I've talked to her, I dropped like you did. I dropped the line in Portuguese. She dropped one back. I translated. She said that I'm working. She's like, I'm just waiting for them to call me. Same thing. So maybe they can do something with her and Casey O'Neill,
Man, I don't know about that one.
They got to do something.
I don't think Melissa Gatto deserves a ranked opponent.
You don't think she deserves a ranked opponent?
No. Ain't she coming off a loss?
No, she won last fight.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, hey,
I don't think she should get a ranked opponent.
I just want to see her back, though.
I want to see her back too, because she had a lot. She also had a lot of hype coming in at 125 too. Like Gatto had a lot of hype. What is she bouncing back and forth between 35 and 25?
Yeah, because I believe her last opponent had pulled out.
Her last fight was at 35.
Yeah. Oh no, you know what? She was going to fight that girl Dudakova at 125, but she did like Aaron did, and not Aaron, but like Macy, and had pulled out while she was getting her gloves wrapped. And yeah, she missed that fight. So that one wasn't her fault, but she's had an injury since then.
Well, she needs to come on back, man. Figure it out.
Yeah.
She got till February, and I'm doing if I don't hit no fight announcement for her by February, I'm doing a Curious Case video.
Okay. I got a name that I'm surprised you ain't mentioned that you wanted to see next year.
What's that?
Michelle Montague.
Yeah, I want to see Montague back. But I want them to be. I want Montague. See, Melissa Croden, man, she took that fight too soon, I think. I think she took that fight too quickly. You know what I'm saying? And see, Montague ain't about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I actually talked to Montague, man, and she's just like, she said she's looking to come back like first quarter of 2026. So that's anywhere from January to April. So I'm hoping it's the latter side, like, March or April when she decides to come back. Because Michelle Montague got to cut a lot of weight, you know what I'm saying, to get to 105.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping to see her maybe get in there and mix it up and maybe fight Melissa Croden. You never know.
I wouldn't want to see that fight yet because they both are like prospects, Yeah. I wouldn't want to see that yet. But yeah, I agree with the Croden thing. Like, I think Melissa Croden probably should have just won that first fight, taken a break. It just took a step back and look at what she needed to work on. Like, I know she probably wanted to stay active, but jumping into the UFC and staying active, like, your game has got to be well rounded, and you got to be awake at every fight. Like, no disrespect, but like, you just can't come in there and you think even a girl like Luana Santos is going to be a pushover, Like Luana Santos, not Luana Santos. Yeah. Santos. Yeah. She was in there like tossing her, like Ebos. Like Ebos is some of that judo. They don't play with it when it comes to that judo. So
getting tossed by a flyweight.
Right.
Couldn't get out. That shit. The same way Ebos was tossing Chikagian in there. That's the same way it looked.
Yep.
That's crazy.
She could not get out of that scarf hole either, man. That said a lot. So to me, that was just a moment I was like, nah, you got to pump the brakes, chill, and get some work in. And
I gotta go back and watch that Ebos Choop fight because Choop feet was in the air, dog. Like, I can't believe that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Choop feet was in the air.
Shoot. Who else? Bia Mosquito. She hopefully she come back and do something for bantamweight. Yeah,
for sure. She's a big bantamweight too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But shoot, man, good show. We got a chance to get on and do this Friday, BJ. I think for me though, I think for 2025, simple. I'm gonna say my fighter of the year again is gonna be Valentina.
Your fighter of the year.
Yeah, I think she pretty much just did what she was supposed to do, keep the belt, and beat two of the best fighters that she could beat.
Yeah. If I had to put a finger on the fighter of the year for me, I have to give it to Mackenzie Dern, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mackenzie Dern, got some get back. She got some get back in 2025. She won the, she defied all odds. Everybody said she wasn't going to win the belt. Some people said she would never be champion. and Mackenzie Dern went out there and fought another familiar foe and beat that familiar foe again. You know what I'm saying? And it's been her year, man. It's so good to see her with that belt around her waist as a Mackenzie Dern fan. You know what I'm saying? It's really good to see. But even if I wasn't a fan, she still, given the situation, she still fought and earned. You can't say that she didn't fight her way up. You know what I'm saying? Mackenzie Dern literally fought her way up. So I'm going to have to give my fight of the year to Mackenzie Dern.
Okay. Yeah. I just think for me, Valentina, because, she actually did fight, the top contenders. Manon was next, and that was a good competition. Then, she takes on Weili moving up, who a lot of people thought was going to beat Valentina, but both of those were good names, and probably
that was never a possibility for me, man.
And then a lot of people was like, oh yeah, Weili, she gonna knock her out and this and that. I was like, I just don't see it. But if she does it, she's gonna be put down on that resume as one of the best fighters now, because hey, y'all talked her up to go in and beat Valentina like this, and hey, I'm gonna give Valentina full credit for it.
Yeah,
50-45. But second would definitely be Dern, man. Like, both rematches, but she looked better in these rematches than she ever has. And I think she really put herself in a position in two ways. Both fights were exciting. Both of the fights were exciting. And now she's got people actually believing in her to beat Zhang Weili or have a chance. I'm not sure about that yet, but the other, statements stand true for me, man. I think that, like, Dern definitely looks better than she did in the past. And I mean, prove me wrong as far as just like getting better and just digging deep, man. She's a dog.
Yeah, and that's just one of the traits I love about her.
Yeah.
That's one of the traits I love about her for sure. It's just that dog, and she comes to fight every fight. Win, lose, or draw, she comes to fight. So what more can you ask of a fighter than to show up every fight? Always making, she's making weight. She's a physical specimen. You know what I'm saying? She has a great sportsmanship, great attitude, and the girl can fight. She's a champion. She's a champion in all aspects.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But with that being said, we about to wrap up this last show for 2025, BJ.
Last show 2025. It's been good, man.
Definitely. For what? 10 months, right?
10 months. Yes, sir.
And then we're going to come into January hot, like always.
Hot off the press.
Yes, sir. But before you go, where can we follow you at, BJ?
Right here on No Filter MMA, guys. I just delivered to y'all the No Filter MMA double hitter UFC finisher weekend this past weekend, guys. And the only thing I can tell you is I got some more stuff cooking. So first quarter of 2026, your boy gonna be super busy bringing y'all some good content. So be on the lookout. Y'all gonna be sick of me first quarter 2026. But you can find me right here on YouTube, No Filter MMA, Twitter at No Filter MMA, Facebook No Filter MMA. So if you want to keep up with what I got going on this year, then definitely subscribe to one of those three platforms, so you know when to be here, and you won't miss a thing.
Yes,
and
sir.
Shout out to all the ones who showed up for the interviews. Like, I really appreciate the ones who showed up and with respect of the fighter and all that other stuff, and people who were asking great questions, and so all of that. I appreciate all of y'all for doing. The ones who did that, I appreciate you. The ones who didn't, stay off my interviews with that shit. Period.
Oh man, I was enjoying that interview too. I was looking, I was like, good, great, man. I was like, come on, man, chill. Like, Steve Garcia, cool, man. Like, just
so disrespectful. Yeah, so disrespectful.
Just listen to the interview. Be quiet sometime.
Right.
Know?
Exactly.
At your age, man. Just
right.
Sit back, grown men talking. Like,
right.
Would you talk like this while you in his face?
That's absolutely.
Like, would you tell Steve Garcia that to his face?
Right.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't. So, just respect the man when he's there. That's why I'm trying to, listen and just chime in. But you're like, wow, man. So But
Right.
anyway, yeah, shout out to Steve Garcia and shout out to Carly Crispy, man. Like after you
Yes.
doing that interview, man, you about to make me jump back into the interview mode.
Yeah, man. I mean, Crispy. You know, when you get an enthusiastic fighter like that, man, who was having bad reception, jumped in her car and drove down the street just to hop, just to get service so she could hop on with us, man. Like somebody who wants to do it. Like some fighters would have been like, I ain't got no service. The link ain't working, man. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we'll try again next week or something. You know what I'm saying? No, Carly jumped in her car, drove down the street, parked in the parking lot, and did the interview.
Right.
You know
She
what I'm saying?
drove
Like,
to a place to get a better connection. How real is
right.
that, man? So,
Right, like shout out to Crispy Carly Judici. I really appreciate that, guys. I did tell her I was gonna reach out to her again in the summertime. We'll do a mid-year checkup with Crispy, see what's going on. But she locked in now. I told her you locked in with no filter now. So I mean, it is what it is.
yeah, that's what's up, man. But okay. Two Beats, man, he said newcomer of the year. I mean, do you mean like UFC wise, or do you know who's a newcomer of the year you looking at, BJ?
Newcomer of the year.
I mean, I guess for me, the newcomer of the year was Klein because this was really her kickoff year.
Newcomer of the year. Yeah, I ain't got one for that. There's a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I would have to say like Klein or Cavalcanti or I can't think of nobody at flyweight right now. There's people at flyweight for people who making noise at flyweight been at flyweight for a while. So I don't know. One of those two, because Cavalcanti had a really good year. And then Fatima Klein also, this was kind of like her year as well. So yeah, those two probably stick out the most for me.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I think too. Like, and then when you talk about the lower ones, like like a Bia or Get Right, I mean, somebody like that just came in. Merry Christmas to Tay Tay.
Tay Tay, how you doing, Tay Tay? The queen of MMA. That's right. That's right.
All right, look at these. Then I come in with some more questions while we about to go. Stammer
I know, right? I see.
What's the verdict on that 21-year-old Mexican chica?
She needs a chick.
Which one? Which one?
I know who you talking about.
Oh no, Stammer. It's a no-go for me. At Regina Taryn, not yet.
Yeah.
She trying to come into flyweight too. Not yet. You on 21, girl. You just turned the age to pick up a beer. So
yeah, you'll be looking like Alice Pereira and getting beat up.
Yep. You gonna really get drunk up in there though. So you better stay away. But yeah, okay, that was the last question. But yeah, B, we gonna hit them hard next year in 2 weeks. We gonna hit them with the New Year episode. So on that note, I might go live like Sunday. Just to kind of
this is it for 2025 for me.
Okay, yeah, because you've been dropping. See, I've been out for 2 weeks, so
yeah,
I'm just
this is the last time you hear from me in 2025, baby. I'm starting off the year fresh. I'm taking a couple weeks off the podcast. I've been hitting them hard December, November. Like I'm chilling for the rest of the year.
I had my 2 weeks off. Now I'm about to jump back on now. So yeah, I'm gonna pick it back up Sunday, and then I'll come back in. But all right, BJ, you be safe. Hey, you take care of that cold and everything, man.
Yes, sir. I'll hit you up later. Peace out.
Later, man.
Bye.
All right, y'all. We are done for the new year, for the old year, for 2025, for the mashup. If y'all appreciated the show, just hit that like and subscribe. And yeah, love y'all too, Tay Tay, for always being respectful, everybody, and just coming through to speak like grown folks. That's all I ask, Silver's revenge in 2026. Yeah, we get past that Rose fight, and we're gonna pick right back up to Silver for the title shot, right? So Silva gonna start off strong. She might be fighting Rose and Valentina next year, and that's gonna make her probably fighter of the year if she beats both of them, right? Candidate already, you know. So yeah. But I'm gonna jump back on Sunday. I'm gonna do a little flyweight review, kind of look back at flyweight the 2025, the whole division, and yeah, maybe same time Sunday, 7:30. All right, so definitely tune back in, y'all. But I'm get up off here and go eat something. As always, Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.